This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by Nicola the Hurricane Hopewell. Nicola, I've seen you all over my social media for the past 2 years, and obviously that was a lot of it's down from Ebanie Bridges and your special friendship and your sharing stuff. But you have got an undefeated record in boxing. You had a really good year last year. Talk to us about your record. You got, I think it was 6 fights. You said 5 KOs. How would you sum up last year? Would you class that as a good year for yourself?
Yeah, I was really active last year, and then I think I had 4 fights last year and then 2 fights the year before, so it was quite an active year for me, and I won the WBL European title as well. And there were only 1 fight, which was that fight, the European one, that went the distance, so the rest of them I've stopped my opponents. So.
How would you describe your fighting style for people that haven't seen you? Obviously, I'm sure they'll get an impression off your record, but are you a boxer puncher, counter puncher, come forward fighter, aggressive like a Josh Warrington? Describe your fighting style so that obviously the fans, when they see you, they know why they're tuning in.
I'm a come forward fighter, quite aggressive, and I just keep punching till I stop them, really.
How did your friendship with Ebony come about? Obviously, she's made waves in women's boxing. She's doing a lot of good things. I know you spent a lot of time together, and obviously, we just want to get an idea of how that friendship came about for you.
Me and Ebony's been friends quite well now, probably 2.5 years. And it was just on social media, really, Twitter and Instagram, just supporting each other, talking about boxing, just stuff like that. And then, our friendship just grown from there. And then, obviously, when she comes over, I usually go and see her and hang out and stuff, and go to boxing events, and get some sparring in sometimes. So, yeah.
That's why I brought her up. I wanted to ask you this. Have you sparred her at all? Have you had a bit of a move around with her? Because I've seen her just doing like shadow boxing and hitting the pads, and she hits very hard as well. Talk to me about that. Have you managed to have a move around with her?
Yeah, I have, yeah. When I went to Swansea, when she was training with Enzo, I went to Swansea for a weekend with her, and we did some sparring there.
What was that like? Good?
Yeah, really good. Really good experience. Yeah, I loved it.
Brilliant. Right, for you this year then, obviously, what are you hoping to do? You're in here tonight at Josh Warrington's gym. Are you just having a look around, seeing getting a feel for places, and obviously trying to find somewhere where you can make regular? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just trying to train at different places and just taking like all opportunities I can. Obviously training here tonight. Obviously Josh were here training at the same session as Max and the other lads. So it's just really good experience for me. So just taking all the experience I can, really, and all the opportunities.
Absolutely. What's your sort of hope for this year? Obviously last year that's very active. We spoke to Hannah Bagley earlier, who said she had 1 fight and she had a load of cancellations. I think she had an exhibition with Hannah Rankin at one point just to have a move round. You don't seem to have that problem. Do you think this year you'll be able to be as active as last year?
I'm hoping so, yeah. I had 4 fights last year, so I'm hoping for 3 or 4, hopefully, yeah.
Right, it's not, women's boxing now is absolutely on fire. It's getting to the point where it's not even got that label of this is women's boxing, because with some huge fights coming up, Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, put your name on it now. Who do you think wins and why? Go on. You're not upsetting anyone, it's just your opinion.
I'm going to go, Savannah Marshall. I just think she's very technical, and I think she's got a good punch. So I'd say if Savannah wins, it'll be a stoppage.
Yeah, there's always everyone, even some of the lads say Savannah hits extremely hard, and puts it on a lot of the lads in the gym. The other fight, the big one, potentially, I think Eddie Hearn were talking about Madison Square Garden, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, 2 huge names. Amanda Serrano's dominated at many weights. Katie Taylor's been the one that's carried women's boxing on her back almost at times. I was saying to Hannah a couple of years ago, everyone were telling me Katie will win that fight, and they were almost sure. As we're getting closer to that deal, people are swaying towards Serrano. What's your opinion on that fight?
I'm the same, really. I've always looked up to Katie as the woman in boxing, but I think Amanda Serrano, she could win it.
Yeah.
I just think the more Katie's going on, I think she's getting a little bit slower, and I just think I just think she's going to edge it, especially Madison Square Garden as well.
What do you think about Katie Taylor as a whole and what she's done for women's boxing? Obviously, when she started, women's boxing weren't where it was, but now it's on the map now, and that's largely down to a lot of her hard work. Talk to me about her and what she's done for it.
I think she is a good role model to look up to, because look at everything she's done, and she's got all the belts. She's worked her way through the Olympics and everything like that, and all the pro stuff. But it's massive now, and there's so many up and coming ones as well. and she's helped that. But then now I think other female boxers are just paving the way as well, like in their own way.
Absolutely. Right, just before you go, tell everyone where they can follow you on your journey: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole shebang. Go on, give your plug.
I'm on Instagram, Nicola_Hopewell. I'm on Twitter, Nicola Hopewell, and I've got a Facebook page as well. So yeah, just drop me a follow on any of those.
Brilliant. Nicola, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. We look forward to seeing you on a fight week.
Thank you.